Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, talk too much.
Try it again.
It won't do any good.
Please. If you don't mind. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
All that happens is your bell rings?
That's it.
Jesus Christ. What floors are we stuck between?
Smells like we're close to 7. Yeah, I reckon we're stuck between 7 and 8. Mr. and Mrs. Komiaki live on 7. Always the smell of noodles when you get near their place.
Who's gonna hear the bell?
Just the 2 of us, Mr. Shat. Just the 2 of us.
Well, there's not much point in just the 2 of us hearing it. Now, is there? Who's on duty with you tonight?
No one.
What?
Just little old me.
Isn't there anything you can do?
Jesus! I shouldn't have touched it. Now it's busted.
What's busted?
I've just gone and busted the regulator.
The regulator? What does that mean?
Without a regulator, an elevator's just a box on a string. Can't move up or down.
You mean you've actually made things worse?
I'm afraid so.
Oh, Jesus Christ. My God! Jesus Christ! We just dropped! We just dropped, didn't we? Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
I reckon we just dropped the full floor. And maybe if I keep slamming this sucker, we'll get back to the lobby.
No!
Nothing.
Are you trying to kill us? Don't do that again. Don't touch anything. Nothing. Okay?
Well, if it makes you feel happier.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It would make me feel happier if you didn't touch anything. Where's Eddie? Eddie's always on duty on Tuesday night.
I'm afraid Eddie is gone, Mr. Shat.
What do you mean he's gone?
He's gone. Finished working here. Won't be back.
But Eddie has been working here for the past 7 years. You don't just go like that. You don't just go without telling people.
There's trouble with the law, Mr. Shat. They came and took him away early this morning. You want me to ring that bell again?
Oh, don't! There's not much use in ringing that bell if it's just the 2 of us that's going to hear it. Whose idea is this anyway?
Whose idea is what?
Whose idea is it to only have 1 man on duty?
Well, if Eddie hadn't been taken away by the law, there would have been 2 of us.
I still can't believe that Eddie broke the law. What did he do?
Drugs.
Eddie? Drugs? He's a middle-aged man.
Eddie loves drugs. Crack cocaine, that's his baby. You ever see this stuff? Comes in little white rocks. You smoke it in a glass pipe. 1 hit, bam. You cut your mother's heart out just for another taste. Mind you, I never touched this stuff myself.
Eddie has a family. 2 youngsters in college. Drugs cost money. You couldn't put 2 boys through college and support a drug habit.
He stole.
He stole. Was he a bank robber too? Why are you doing that if nobody can hear it?
He stole from the apartments.
What? From our apartments in this building?
Eddie had a big bunch of keys.
So you're saying that Eddie stole things from our apartments? That's bullshit! Look, what's happening here? All I asked you was why there was only one man on duty here tonight. And you start giving me some story about the head elevator operator taking drugs and stealing things.
Look, Eddie had a key to every apartment in the building. And he used to let himself in and steal all sorts of things you wouldn't notice. The sorts of things you might have lost without even knowing. Cufflinks, personal stereos, umbrellas.
Eddie stole umbrellas to buy drugs?
Well, some umbrellas are worth a lot of money. Ones with maybe gold handles.
I lost an umbrella with a gold handle. Not that long ago.
I know.
How do you know? How do you know?
I was in your apartment one day with Eddie, and he showed it to me.
You? Eddie brought you into my apartment?
Well, no, he didn't bring me in. The door was open. I walked in and caught him there, all dressed up.
What do you mean all dressed up?
You know, women's clothes.
Eddie was wearing women's clothes in my apartment? Let me get this straight. You actually saw Eddie wearing women's clothes in my apartment?
Yeah.
We are talking about the same Eddie.
He really admired your wife's taste.
What's my wife got to do with this?
He said your wife had class. Her evening dresses were the best in the entire building.
You're trying to tell me that Eddie used to wear my wife's clothes?
Now, Eddie used to wear all the women's clothes. That woman in 12C, Mrs. Florentine, he used to wear her support stockings.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You are joking.
He used to wear her support stockings. Eddie had really bad veins.
Oh, jeez.
You know, he should have never been in this line of work. Huh. And then we go to 9F, to the Quillman apartment. You know Mrs. Quillman has a really large bust. She's a 40D. He showed me a label inside one of the cups.
Oh.
Now, I didn't have to look at the label. You could have dropped a basketball into it.
Now we know you're joking. And that isn't funny.
And then we go to your place.
Hey! I said this isn't funny.
That's exactly what I used to say to Eddie. Now, I used to say, Eddie, if Mr. Shag comes home and catches you wearing his wife's panties,
See, you
he's
filthy
not going to
fuck,
think
she's
it's
a
very
saint.
funny. No, Mr. Shag.
Oh.
I'm a nervous
Oh.
man. I was just telling you the truth.
Jesus Christ.
Now, Eddie was weird. I mean, I'm a bit weird. He can't be in this line of work and not be a bit weird.
Oh, I don't believe this shit. What are you going to do with that gun?
Nah. Eddie, he spends so much time inside elevators with women. You know women use elevators a lot more than men. Now, I've seen women use elevators 10 times in the same day. But a man, he goes to work. He then comes home. Eddie spends so much time cooped up with women, he got to thinking that he was a woman. Now, is that strange or what?
Look, I don't want any trouble.
Well, a good weapon is a beautiful thing.
Can you put down that gun? You're not going to use it. Are you?
I was going home from work through the park one night, and this guy attacked me with a tennis racket.
A tennis racket?
Now, he came screaming at me out of the bushes with this tennis racket. Schlesinger or something. I didn't have much time to think. Pull this baby out. Bang, bang! Now, maybe you read about it in the papers. They call it the game, set, and match murder.
That's bullshit.
Maybe it is. And maybe it isn't. You ever heard Eddie sing? Huh? He's such a beautiful voice. Well, Got along without you before I met you. Gonna get along without you now. Boom, boom. You know, I spent some of the best days of my life inside this elevator with Eddie. Now he's gone.
Look, Charlie, you know I'm a lawyer. Maybe I can help anything.
People like you, oh, you think you control everything. Well, listen to this. You don't control me. Understood?
Oh, please don't hurt me. I didn't mean
I
it.
bet you didn't even know where Eddie lived. Tell me where Eddie lived. Tell me what you know about Eddie.
He lived with his family. He lived with his wife and sons. They were in college, his sons, but they lived at home. And he had a German Shepherd called Kenny. And he lived
No! Now that's what you wanted him to tell you. You wanted to believe that everything was neat and tidy. You're in law. He's in an elevator. Everyone's happy. Everyone has a family. And everyone had a German Shepherd. Unless you happen to be rich. Or better off, as you people call it. And then you have a bloodhound. Or a mastiff. Or name some rich fucking dog.
What?
Give me the name of some class breed of dog.
Borzoi.
See? Now that's the difference between you and me. I've never even heard of a fucking Borzoi. People like you make my life really difficult. What can I do to you, huh? Apart from blow your fucking brains out. Huh? Pretend the elevator is broken? Now that's all I can do. Make you walk upstairs.
So the elevator, it isn't really out of order?
That was a hypothetical situation, and this is a genuine breakdown. So shut up. You want to know where Eddie lived? Huh? Right here. That's where he lived. Right here in this building. But not in one of your fancy 6-bedroom apartments. Know where he lived? In the boiler room. Yeah. Down there in the boiler room. With all the pipes and the plumbing and the backup generators and his cardboard boxes full of George Benson and Trini Lopez albums. That's where Eddie lived.
I didn't know. Eddie told me that he used to live.
Yeah. Now, if he had told you the truth, you wouldn't have heard it. What you do today? Now, you tell me. I want to compare it with my day. Let's see how much we have in common.
Look, this is pointless, Charlie.
6:00 this morning. I was on a bus on my way to work. What were you doing? What exactly were you doing at 6:00 this morning?
Nothing. I was doing nothing. I was asleep.
Okay, so let's wind it up a few hours. What were you doing at 8?
I was having breakfast. With my wife.
What did you have?
What?
What did you have for breakfast? What did you eat? What did you drink?
I had muesli.
Muesli?
Yeah, it's a type of cereal.
Rolled oaten fruit. So if you think I'm stupid, you think all elevator operators are stupid, huh? Never mind. What else did you have?
Oh, God. I had let me see. Oh, I had some nuts. Some fresh nuts.
Well, But you know something, Mr. Shat? You eat like a squirrel. Nuts, fruit, and oats. Yeah, that's what you're like. Some little squirrel. Now I bet you have sex like a squirrel too. You know how a squirrel has sex? Huh? Any idea? Quickly, Mr. Shat. Very quickly. Squirrel can do it in less than 2 seconds. And that's a fact. Ain't that something? Beer makes them fuck fast. Did you know that? Now, I used to have a pair of squirrels. I trapped them in the park with snares. If you blinked, you'd miss it. Hey, have you ever seen a school porno movie? The bulb in the projector isn't even hot, and the whole fucking thing is over! Is that how you do it, Mr. Shat? Like a squirrel?
Charlie, please, come on.
Well, while you were having your little squirrel breakfast, do you know what I was doing? I was outside the front of this building, polishing the brass. Oh, the handrails, the hydrant, the nameplates, the numbers, toothbrush and brass cleaner. That's how we do it. But I bet you didn't know that, did you? You ever notice the green stain around the nameplate in the front of this building?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Well, what you're looking at there, Mr. Shat, is a total effort of 8 decades of working men. Hard work. Cracked fingernails. Blisters. Just a stain. See? People like me and Eddie, now that's what we leave behind when we go. Stains. That's our lives. Poor people. My old man summed it up best. Hell is wherever we happen to be. And heaven is wherever we're not. This suit. I like it. Where'd you get the suit?
I bought it at Bland's.
Yeah, Bland's. Classier the place, stupider the name. Cox's neckties. Lead water suspenders. Ivan Stradopinsky shoes. See this coat? You know where it was made?
It looks like good quality.
Now don't patronize me. It was made in Korea. What about that?
Everything is made in Korea these days.
I told you not to patronize me. Everything's made in Korea these days. Everything's made in Korea. Now that suit wasn't made in Korea. Take it off.
What?
Take it off. Off the suit.
No. No way. You must be
If
joking.
it isn't off, by the time I count to 5, I'm gonna blow you away. Jesus. And then I'm gonna find some fucking way to get this elevator working. And then I'm gonna go up to your apartment. Oh, hello there, Charlie. How can I help you? Well, I'm sorry to trouble you, Mrs. Sher, but it seems we're having some trouble with the heating system. And I just might have to check your pipes. You better check our pipes.
Why are you doing this to me?
Take it off. Pants. Put that on. That's a nice fit. Oh, so this is what it feels like. That's nice. Very nice. Powerful shit. Gold. Silver. Platinum. Man, when you people get your cards, they're always up the higher end of the periodic table. See, people like me, even chemistry doesn't give us a break. No, we get hydrogen fucking cards. Helium fucking cards. You take them out of your pocket, and they just drift away. Disappear into the ether. Okay, take me up.
What?
Press the button for the 14th floor.
The elevator. It's broken, isn't it?
Press the button for the 14th floor. had such a hard day at the office. All that paper. All those paper clips. How about you, Charlie? You had a good day?
Look, Charlie.
Who the fuck is this Charlie? Are you calling me Charlie, huh? Now, a man dressed in a suit like this is a fucking Charlie? I'm Mr. Shad. What's my given name?
John. It's John.
I'm Mr. John Shad. Well, you certainly know how to keep this elevator clean. Really is a credit to you.
Do you think so?
It's really spotless. There's no chewing gum on the floor, no cigarette ash. Oh, and all this brass. How do you keep it so clean?
We use brass cleaner and a toothbrush.
Well, I never. Is that how you do it? Now, I always used to wonder how you managed to get into those difficult little corners. A toothbrush. Isn't that a good one?
No, don't. Jesus Christ.
I had such a hard day at the office.
Oh, Charlie.
And I normally work out at the gym, and it helps to get rid of all this fucking aggression.
Oh, please.
And I really hate messing up your elevator.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, the fucking lights. Don't move. Don't move or I'll shoot. Jesus Christ, Eddie. What are you doing? The hair. That dress.
It doesn't suit me.
Eddie!
My God, Mr. Shad. What's going on here, Charlie? What are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing?
You're pointing a gun at Mr. Shad.
10 out of 10, little amigo. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna blow his fucking head off.
Charlie, how can you talk like that in front of one of the residents? Well, what's got into you, man?
Are you serious, Eddie? One of the residents?
This looks bad, Charlie. I don't like the look of this at all.
What are you whispering for? Are you crazy or something?
You've made mistakes before, Charlie, but this is definitely the biggest.
Help me, Eddie! Please!
Don't you worry, Mr. Shad. I'm going to take care of this.
Oh, you are you?
Yes, I am. Oh, you're a strange man, Charlie. I think you might just need to see a doctor.
I need to see a doctor. Me? You're standing there in this man's wife's dress, and you're telling me I'm the one that needs medical help?
My God, what am I doing? Look, I have to explain.
Oh, I don't care about explanations. I just want to get out of this elevator, alive.
I changed my mind about this.
Let me explain about the dress. I've worn a lot of different women's clothes. I've worn garments that belong to Mrs. Freed in 2C, Mrs. Bella Vista in 4B, Mrs. Florentine in 12C. Oh, Mrs. Quillman in 9F. She was really
Big tits.
Don't be so crude. She was sort of abundant, if you know what I mean, Mr. Shag. It is so... You are so destructive. He is. Isn't he? Look what he did to your suit. Come on, Mr. Shag.
Eddie!
Come on.
Charlie!
Attaboy.
I don't care about this suit. I'm not a poor man. I have money, you know.
Fuck your money and fuck your suit.
Ignore him, Mr. Shad. Right. What I was saying to you a minute ago, I was trying to explain about the dress. I was going to get it cleaned. I got some spaghetti bolognese sauce on it here, and this thing here, it's not what it looks like.
What the hell with the dress, Eddie? I don't care about that either.
Hey, Shaq, you want to know why he likes wearing your wife's dress so much?
Shut up, Charlie.
Huh? Bet you can't guess.
I'm not going to tell you again, Charlie. Cut it out.
Huh?
Oh, please, stop this.
Because he loves you. He wants to be your wife.
Stop this, Charlie. It isn't funny.
Where did it go blank?
I don't know. Keep going.
I just gone blank. I don't know. Sorry. Oh, is it? Sorry, yeah. Our great friends don't want me.
Oh, what? No, it's not.
It's not that. What happened?
Stop this, Charlie. It isn't funny.
Go back to there. Or something.
Please, stop this.
Sorry, no. I'm just kind of lost in the way the fucking gone haywire. Yeah, because he loves you. He wants to be your wife.
Stop this, Charlie. It isn't funny.
Fuck it. Why don't you ask him?
Shut up. No.
Sorry with me, but I just.
Has anybody got a script?
Yeah,
It's,
here, 2 seconds.
It was, yeah, why don't you ask him? Why don't you ask him? And then you say, shut up, Eddie, and then...
No.
Yeah? Yeah, he wants to be your wife. You're like, shut up, Eddie. Why don't you ask him? And then, blah, blah, blah. So did I. I thought we were friends. So did
No,
I.
that's later. Oh, yeah, sorry.
It is, sorry, it was me, I was trying to just, we're shut down now.
Can I just...
Hold on.
Hold out, Charlie, I'm warning you. Please stop this, because he loves you, wants to be your wife. Stop this, Charlie, isn't funny. Why don't you ask him? I thought we were supposed to be friends.
Yeah, sorry, it
So
was
did
me.
I.
I just went,
Okay, can we just go from... Take it, read it back a bit.
Please stop this.
Shut up, Charlie.
or what's the one for that? What are you?
Right at the beginning.
Do you want to go from where you come in again?
Will we?
Yeah. It
Yeah.
might be as well.
Yeah, okay,
Let's get
yeah.
back on the ground.
Do, because... this
Yeah,
is-
just to get the...
Back on the seat,
tired,
so-
so-
Yeah.
Tired.
It's overdone, like, it's just overdone, we need a nice break.
Here.
Well, yeah, okay, sorry.
Better tonight than Sunday.
Well, it won't happen on Sunday, because this is just fucking complete worn out, that's not...
Yeah, sure, we'll be finished now.
Huh?
We'll be finished on Sunday now. We will be.
I'll be in the bar.
You'll be
Pay me my units.
you'll be Glory holding for petrol money home. Back on the ground, so. Little Jivka. Grab muscly cars, boy, huh? That. Back in the ground, so.
Yeah. I'll turn off the lights. I'll probably turn them on again.
Does that look alright, Sean, being on the ground like that?
Yeah.
So you don't need to see me face.
No. You'd be covering your face, like, do you know what I mean? If you was about to shoot you, you'd be like, well, the legs flat down is undone. Or you'd be covering the legs up first again, right?
I have to.
Okay, right.
Jesus Christ, the fucking lights! Don't move! Don't move or I'll shoot! Jesus Christ, Eddie! What are you doing? The hair! That dress!
It doesn't suit me.
Eddie!
My God! Mr. Shed! Oh, what's going on here, Charlie? What are you doing?
Now what does it look like I'm doing?
You're pointing a gun at Mr. Shed.
An out of 10, little Omiko. Now if you don't mind, I'm gonna blow his fucking head off.
Charlie? How can you talk like that in front of one of the residents? What's got into you, man?
Are you serious, Eddie? One of the residents?
Oh, this looks bad, Charlie. I don't like the look of this at all.
What are you whispering for? Are you crazy or something?
You've made mistakes before, Charlie, but this is definitely the biggest.
Help me, Eddie! Please!
Don't you worry, Mr. Shed. I'm gonna take care of this.
Oh, you are ya?
Yes, I am. You're a strange man, Charlie. I think you might just need to see a doctor.
I need to see a doctor. Me? Huh? You're standing there in this man's wife's dress, and you're telling me I'm the one that needs medical help.
Oh my God, what am I doing? Look, I have to explain about
I don't care about explanations. I just want to get out of this elevator. Alive!
changed my mind about this soup.
Look, let me explain. I've worn a lot of different women's clothes. I've worn garments that belong to Mrs. Freed in 2C, Mrs. Bellavista in 4B, Mrs. Florentine in 12C, Mrs. Quillman in 9F. Oh, she was really...
She had big
Oh,
tits.
don't be so crude. She was sort of abundant, if you know what I mean, Mr. Shag.
So,
You are so destructive. He is, isn't he? Look what he did to your suit.
Hey, Charlie.
Come on, Mr. Shag.
I don't care about this suit. I'm not a poor man. I have money, you know.
fuck your money and fuck your suit.
Ignore him, Mr. Shag. Right. What I was saying to you a minute ago, I was trying to explain about the dress. I was going to get it cleaned. I got some spaghetti bolognese sauce on it here, and this stain here, it's not what it looks
What
like.
the hell with the dress, Eddie? I don't care about that either.
Hey, shit. You want to know why he likes wearing your wife's dress so much?
Shut up, Charlie.
Huh? Bet you can't guess.
Cut it out, Charlie. I'm warning you.
Huh?
Please, stop this.
Because he loves you. He wants to be your wife.
Stop this, Charlie. It isn't funny.
Why don't you ask him?
I thought we were supposed to be friends.
And so did I. But look at the way you're taking his side. Yeah, you're great pals, aren't you? What would he say if he knew about the ventilation shafts and the way you've been listening to him for the past 7 years?
Shut it, Charlie. I'm not going to tell you again.
Listen to me.
If you don't tell him, I will.
No, you won't.
I will.
Mr. Shad?
Tell him about the ventilation shafts.
I'm going to tell him, but first I want him to know why I did it. Mr. Shad, the first time I saw you, you magnetized me.
Magnetized? This is gonna be fucking embarrassing.
The first time I ever heard your voice was right here, in this elevator. 14th floor, please, you said.
You know the way every apartment has a ventilation shaft?
Do you understand what I mean when I say magnetized?
Voices travel through the vents.
I'm not sure if I do.
Everything you say can be heard.
All right, let me tell him! Mr. Shad, there are vents running all through this building. When I'm down in the basement, I can hear things. Oh, I can hear everything through those vents. I can hear it if Mr. Savannah was arguing with Mrs. Savannah. I can hear it when Mr. Dexter slaps Mrs. Dexter. I can hear it if someone turns off a dishwasher, turns on a TV.
Tell him about his vents.
I just want to get out of here.
Mr. Shad, a long time ago, I found myself without a place to live. I don't want to go into the details, but I moved into the basement here. I couldn't help hearing things. Do you remember I said your voice magnetized me? Oh, I used to lie there at night. All those voices running down through the vents. All those voices. But there was one voice. One sweet, lost voice that just stood out above all the others. It was yours.
You used to listen? Go on, Eddie. Tell him what you heard.
I heard lots of things.
What about the way he pleads?
Hey, please.
He's making fun of you, and I don't think this is funny.
What about the way I plead? The way I plead?
I just don't think your wife tries very hard, Mr. Shad.
What is this? What is this all about?
Oh, please. Please listen to me. Please try and understand me. Please try and help me.
I don't say things like that.
You do, Mr. Shad. You do. You don't have conversations with your wife. You just have a series of struggles, and you always seem to lose.
I struggle. I struggle.
Remember that time last year when you wanted to go up into the mountains by yourself? Just to drive into the mountains?
You heard that?
Oh, please, sweetheart. Please don't deny me this. Please don't ruin it for me. Please don't always put me down.
You heard all my private conversations?
Oh, well, not all. You don't have a vent in your dining room.
Oh, I don't believe this. I just don't.
Oh, please, sweetheart. I want to go to the mountains. I want to get back to nature. I want to find myself, please.
Leave him alone.
Oh, you're great pals now, aren't you?
Why is it you hate him so much?
I'm just sick of him thinking he's better than me.
Well, he is better than you.
Oh, really? Well, maybe I should just blow my own fucking brains out.
Don't be stupid, Charlie. What is it with you? Why does everything have to be reduced to violence?
Personally, I think that Dr. Greenberg has the most interesting vents in the building.
What?
Oh, yeah. We hear everything that goes on in his office.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Not really that clever, is it? Using a shrink in your own building. Especially one with such a loud, booming voice. So, Mr. Shat, why do you see yourself as invisible? In fact, if you are invisible, how do you see yourself at all?
Shut up. This isn't funny.
Where'd he go?
Shut up.
What happened to him? Where did he go? 1 minute he was here, then poof!
Just give him a break.
Why should I? He's destroying our friendship. Hey, why don't you tell him about Bobby Crawford?
Bobby Crawford?
Yeah, your neighbor. Your good neighbor, Bobby Crawford.
What about him? What about him?
Bobby Crawford screws your wife.
What? The hell are you talking about? That is not true.
Oh, yes it is.
That is not true.
Tell him, Eddie.
It is true, Mr. Shat. I know for sure.
How? How do you know?
I've been listening to their affair on vent number 2 for the past 7 years. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. It's a terrible thing to be deceived like that.
He's a record producer, Rainey. A wop up, a loop up, a wham bam boom.
Oh, knock it off! I just don't think your wife's good enough for you, Mr. Shat.
Sylvan. You listen to him? Making love?
Making love? Oh yeah. Only poor people fuck.
Bobby Crawford. Bobby Crawford.
Looks like he has a sense of humor after all. Why don't you tell him something that'll really crack him up?
Bobby.
Why don't you tell him about the times that you followed him?
You followed me? You? You listened to all my private conversations, and now you follow me too? How often?
3 times a week for 7 years. That's how long.
Are you serious? You mean I've had no privacy for the past 7 years?
It's a killer, ain't it?
I told you. You magnetized me. I was drawn to you. I couldn't help myself.
Why did you follow me? And where?
Everywhere. Well, when I was off duty, I followed you everywhere you went. Sometimes I followed you through the park. Sometimes I followed you to... You remember those times you take an afternoon off work and go to the movies?
You were there?
3 rows back, watching you watching the movie.
This is all too much to take at once.
Tell him about the time you followed him to work. That was a good one.
Oh, sheep as a lamb, Eddie. You might as well tell me.
That building? Where you work, Mr. Shat? Oh, it's really nice. I went inside once to check out the elevators. 8 in a row. Stainless steel. Chrome. Fireproof carpets. Soft lighting. Oh, I'd like a job in an elevator like that.
Tell him what the 2 guys said.
No.
You just gotten into the elevator, and Eddie was waiting in the foyer. He heard the 2 guys talking. One of them said, you were such a lousy lawyer, you had to live off your wife. And the other one said, you gave the term legal assistance a whole new meaning. See, Eddie here. Now, he knows more about you than you know about yourself. He has listened. He has watched. Now, he has touched.
Shut up, Charlie! What is he talking about?
Tell him about the Turkish baths, Eddie.
You followed me to the Turkish bath?
Oh, he did more than follow you. Come on, Eddie, tell him.
You followed me there, and then what?
Don't be shy, Eddie.
Tell me!
I followed you. You were naked. I watched you swim. It was the riskiest thing I ever did. Then you had a sauna. I waited. You came out. I went into one of those little booths where you get a massage. I normally wouldn't have the courage to do what I did. I grabbed 2 bottles of oil. I was the one who massaged you.
I don't remember that at all.
You didn't recognize me. I was out of place. I wasn't wearing my uniform. I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt. I knew you wouldn't recognize me, but just in case, I had an excuse. I was going to say, "Why, Mr. Shedd, didn't you know? This is my part-time job." But you didn't recognize me.
You massaged me?
I don't want to embarrass you, Mr. Shedd, but you've got perfect skin.
You don't want to embarrass me? Are you serious?
I sang while I did it. Don't you remember?
Someday, when I'm awfully low and the world is cold, I can feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight.
Remember?
Oh yes, you're lovely, with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There's nothing for me but to love you, just the way you look tonight. You do have a beautiful voice, Eddie.
You really think so?
Oh, yeah. He's got beautiful skin. You've got a beautiful fucking voice. You're great friends now, aren't you? The 2 best pals in the world. Well, maybe I should just fucking blow the 3 of us away, huh? Huh? Oh, I never know what to do. I just fucking never know what to do. Oh, fuck you.
I want you to try this. It makes everything good.
I don't know, Eddie. I really don't.
Trust me.
Fucking.
Go on. Again. Charlie, take it.
I'm not a slave to that stuff.
Don't be stupid. We're not slaves. This stuff is going to set us free. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Hey, what else have you got in that purse?
Here, it's your wife's.
Oh, seduction.
Hey,
My favorite
what's
perfume.
with that stuff?
Well, do I look like my wife? Oh.
Hey, 7 years bad luck.
7 years. I've already had my 7 years, bad luck. Hey, give me the dress. Come on.
What? You want the dress?
Yeah. Give it to me.
Hey, whoa. We're moving.
What? Oh, we're going up.
Hey, Heidi, I got an idea. Listen to my idea.
Yeah? Sure.
You need a place to live. You can't go on living in that filthy basement forever.
Well, I sure could do with a change, all right, Mr. Shad.
Well, why don't you come up to my apartment and a little bit live with me?
Well, I sure would like to, but what about your
My
wife?
wife? What about her? This is where Charlie comes in. You love to kill somebody. You like to kill somebody. You want to kill somebody, Charlie. You love to kill somebody. But why don't you come up to my apartment and get my wife?
You mean like blow her away?
Yeah. What do you think of my idea, huh?
I like it. I like it.
What do you say, Charlie boy? What do you say? Huh? What do you say?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Come on. Take me to the top.
Fourteenth floor, Mr. Shat.
How many bows do you want? Just one?
Just one, yeah.
Okay.